than going on the streets and create crime. So
Right.
I'm curious, what would you do if you had an issue with the country or something? Like at my age, it's like it just seems the country.
She can do things if it keeps up the way it is. Like as an example, Portland, this is crazy. 51 days, we sent in very powerful, not military, but very strong people. We are for justice, but we're for law and order. It's got to be law and order. 10 years in jail, 10 years and no game, 10 years in jail, 10 years, no, 3 months. And nothing's happened since then. It was amazing. I signed it. I had a news conference. I said, if you do it, and we were supposed to have thousands of people march on Washington.
You're my guy.
I think it was happening. And then we got hit by the China virus, okay? I think it was happening. Success. Our country never did better. The best employment numbers in the history of our country, best unemployment numbers, African American, Asian American, Hispanic American, everybody, best unemployment numbers in history. Best stock market we've ever had.
I've been killing the stock market.
But the stock market has been
Yep,
absolutely
great.
great.
Since
And a lot of things are happening. Great housing numbers the other day. Great everything. We're doing really well. Success does it. And we were ready to do it. Because if you look at when you say Hispanic or when you say African American, Asian American, they were all working. Everybody was making a lot of money. Everybody was doing good. And it was coming together. And then China sent us this horrible bad present, a real bad present. They could have stopped it. They should have stopped it. And we made a deal. We made a trade deal with China.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a great deal, but it means much less to me now than it did then because I'm not happy with what they've done to the world. They stopped it going into China from Wuhan, but they didn't stop it going into Europe, the United States, and the rest of the world. We're a success, and I think we're going to have that. I think we're going to have a great next year. We're going to have, you'll be able to see the results before the election, which is interesting because at the very beginning of November, the election's November 3rd, at the beginning of November, the numbers are going to come out for the third quarter. And I predict those numbers are going to be really great, despite the fact that Democrats want to keep their areas closed because they want the numbers to be
right.
bad.
Can
you imagine?
Yes.
That's I know how you feel about that.
Yep.
And part of the reason, I think a big part of the reason they do it is for politics.
I don't know that a Black Lives Matter person would be like, well, the economy, great, but we still want the president to come out, whether it be Twitter or whatever, and be like, have our back. So that's where the kneeling and things like that seems like such a small concession in the thing to be like, yep, Donald's our guy.
Yeah, I don't like the kneeling. I must be
I know,
honest
yeah.
with you. I don't like the kneeling. I didn't like it for the NFL. I think there are many ways of showing you're unhappy because when the NFL saw what was happening, I know exactly. I know that. I've heard that actually. But and I don't know why he did in the middle of the summer. All of a sudden, sitting in a T-shirt in his basement, he came out with this thing about that nobody was even thinking about.
He spiked that. That's vintage Goodell. Nobody